Hello everybody and welcome back. It's day 11. I haven't got enough fingers no more. 10, 11 of Vlogmas. I hope you're well today and you've had a good day. Today I had a attempt and I think it was a bit of an impossible task. I thought I'd probably get the entire living room sorted round on a tree in for today. I didn't, but I have done the windows, so the lights are in the windows. I have moved the plants around and got the plant lights up so that we can get the tree in. It's been hoovered, I have dusted, I have sorted out the cupboard and the hero shelf above and the mantelpiece. I've got the TV shelves to do and get the tree in, get decorated, and we're done. So that is tomorrow now, but we're getting there and I'm on the home straight. So today though, instead we are doing my top 10 purchases of 2022, but I'm doing Yule 2021 to Yule 2022 because obviously we've got a few weeks left and we've got Christmas coming up. So these are my top 10 either bought or gifted items. There's not going to be any mystery box, subscription box items in because I'm doing a separate video. So this is going to be my top 10 items and here it is. This guy, the story behind this guy, he needs a dust. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that he's dusty. I have a love-hate thing with TK Maxx. I love the Halloween stuff, but unfortunately I do not live anywhere near a TK Maxx store. The nearest one is probably about an hour and 3/4 away, and it's a bit hit and miss. We went a couple of years ago and there was hardly nothing there, and that was only in sort of September, October, when everyone else was saying it was full. You know, all the shops were full. And the next one along, excuse me, is about 2¼ hour drive there. And I'm not the biggest, most confident sort of, I don't really drive out into the cities much. We live in the sticks, and I'm not very confident at driving in big cities. Multi-lane roundabouts, you know, why do you need more than two? So yeah, but then I'm sure that there are people who live in the city, well I know there are because I see them, and they're not very confident driving around our little country lanes. So it swings and roundabouts, but I am not very confident going to those sort of places. So the only way that I get to do keep TK Maxx is if I order online. And this guy was the only thing when I went to order that was left in stock from the Halloween range. And I think originally he was either $14 or $15.99. And he was down to £4. And I thought, he's not going to be that impressive, is he? He's going to be about this tall and he's going to be a bit rubbish. And you may have seen when he came, because I did the TK Maxx haul video. Yeah, I just fell in love with him. He is so quirky. If he was there with loads of others, I know I wouldn't have picked this one to buy, but he was the only sort of Halloween type ornament left, and I just adore him. He makes me smile. He's just absolutely fantastic. He just makes me smile so much. His name is Eugene and I love him. So this is Eugene and he is just fantastic. And he's out all the time. He's not gone away yet. He's still out. He's going in our dining room for Christmas, so he's out of the way of the Christmas decks. But I just love him. I've just noticed he's got a funny bit under his eye. There you go. But yeah, I just love him. He's great. So yeah, he made my top 10 of this year. Say hello, Eugene. Hi. Next up is this little box from Nemesis Now, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, it's Nemesis Now. And it is my moon hair. And I love it. It's out all year. And I have a few trinkets in it. And I just think it is so beautiful. I'll give you a tour around it. I found this second hand on eBay. And yeah, it came home with me. So there's that. I just love it. I think it's such a beautiful picture. It's very calming. I keep it in my bedroom and I just love this piece so much. It had to be in my top 10. Very recent addition to my collection. Usually with moss, as you may know, is my favourite crystal. I like the more translucent with a lot more moss in it. But this one just spoke to me. I love the fact that he looks like he has a bullet in his head. I love all of the nooks and crannies in him. There's so much to look at. I find something new every time. And I love the fact that he is anatomically pretty accurate. You see a lot of these where they have funny eye sockets, or the nose sockets are funny, or they've got really weird mouths, or they've got teeth that are huge like cartoon teeth. But to me, he is pretty correct, and I just love him. Like most of my moss, he lives around my plants, because they obviously help my plants to grow. They're very good at encouraging green fingers, and I certainly have got better with time. Is it because of practice? Is it because of my moss, the amount of it I've got now? It could be a bit of both. They're very good at... The other thing that people don't realise with moss, I think, is it's so associated with nature and gardening and things like that and growth, is they're also good, obviously because of growth, for abundance spells. So they're very good for prosperity. They're really good to help balance emotions as well. It's a stone that I work with, a crystal I work with more than anything else, probably up there with clear quartz. Clear quartz and moss agate are what I work with the most. I love this piece. This is a carnelian flame. It arrived, I believe, either the end of December last year or the beginning of this year. And I won this in a raffle on Helen's Crystals. I love it. It is a big, chunky, weighty crystal. Over 1 kilo of carnelian. It's beautiful. I love carnelian. I love flames. It's just a piece that is stunning, and I love. Obviously, it also is a fantastic crystal to have around you, especially during Yule, because it radiates warmth because of its colour and its shape. And obviously that is to represent the sun. It's also very good at balancing emotions if you're ever angry or any negativity. It helps you with creativity. It's also a stone that is associated with fertility and sexuality. It is a real good stone to use to help you make choices. I'm a Libra, which is enough said when it comes to making decisions. So yeah, and besides its healing properties and its metaphysical properties, it is just a stunning piece, and I love this piece of carnelian. Next up is my medallion, Caletheia medallion. It's huge. I love it so much. That's a better angle. It's got these beautiful big leaves. Again, it's a living plant, so in the daytime or when the light's on, the leaves will come down and then they will go upright and stand up like this at night. It's beautiful red on the back, and again, it's one that was really small when I got it. It had damage. It's actually got damage on, well, this leaf and another leaf. Which one was it? The one at the back here. Thanks to Maisie. Thankfully this is a non-toxic plant, and Maisie took a shine to it as much as me, but unfortunately her love for it is to try and eat it. So here we are. Again, I've not had it long, I've only had it this year, and it's got some damage, mainly due to Maisie, but I adore it. Its leaves are so big and beautiful. This one back here. Look at that, how stunning is it? And we have a new leaf, a smaller one. This is the time of year too, actually, just noticed that. Coming, and they're going to unfurl soon. But yeah, isn't she just gorgeous? I love her. have to come into my bedroom for, because it's a random one I guess, but it's this antique corner unit that came from the local auction. I think we paid £15 for it. It just called to me, it spoke to me. I needed to take it home, but also I knew it needed I need to do some protection work basically with it. There was a little bit of a vibe, and I think I cleansed it properly because we've had no issues with it since it came in. And yeah, I had to do a couple of little rituals. It has some sigils and things on it at the back, and it's just beautiful. And I keep all the crystals that I work with in the evenings in here. I won't really give you a huge tour on this because that's not what this video is for, and we can do that in another video if you'd like to see. But yeah, it's this piece and I love it, and I popped the lights in there, and yes, I just love this piece. It really finished off the room. This is my mantra plant. I love them. They're known as living plants because, okay, all plants are living, but their leaves turn towards the sun. They're quite hard to look after, and this one has just thrived. There's a new leaf coming there and furling. It's just doing so well. It was really small when I got it. This one is a rescue plant that had thrips, which is a pest. When I got it, you can see the bad leaf, that's the best of the bad leaves. And the one that I just showed you, which is a favourite of mine, had less leaves than this when I got it. It was tiny, and it's huge now. Next up is this beauty. This is a unique ceramic dragon that comes from, it was only made in one place, and it is a place in Wales called the Corris Mines, and it happens to not be too far from where I live, and I've wanted one for ages. They do loads of colours, I mean loads of colours. There are so many different colours this guy comes in, but I'm Welsh, and obviously I wanted a red dragon, but to make it even more complicated, I wanted the red dragon with the blue eyes, because they do one with brown eyes and I didn't really like him as much. And I've wanted one for years, because about 20 years ago I used to say I'd love to have a dragon that did what this one does, and I don't think anyone's ever made them. And then fast forward and I found that somebody had made them, but they're very expensive, and I've been looking at them for years and they never had this particular one in. It's red. I wanted a red dragon because I'm Welsh, you know, and we have got the best flag in the entire world. And you know, if you don't think that a red dragon on a flag is the best flag, then you're wrong. I'm only joking, but yeah. So I always wanted one, and we were there for my children's birthday this year. And I usually look at the shop and it's usually full, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go in. But there wasn't too bad this time, and they had loads of colours in stock, and they only had 2 in this colour. One, it was their demo piece for the day, and the other one was this one, and I was so pleased. And I looked at my other half and said, you know, with that, can I get him, eyes? And he said, yeah, get him. And he should have been £65, but, which includes the stand, which you'll see. But when I picked him up, I noticed, can you see this mark here? He's got like a, it's from his, when he was finished, when he was fired. And I said to them, you know, did you notice this? And they very kindly gave me £15 off. So I got him and his stand and the thing underneath him for £50. And I absolutely love him. His name is Flam, which is Welsh for flame. And yeah, Flam is I love him. I use him so much. I've never been that, you know, sure about this one unicorn horn thing, but, you know, we're going to pretend that's not there. And isn't he beautiful? Now I'm going to show you what he does. Alright, and I'm going to set it up and then we're going to come back. Isn't he amazing? He actually breathes the smoke. And he's just the best thing in the world as far as I'm concerned. He is just amazing. And he sits on the shelf like this so that you can't even see his little defect anyway. But yeah, I loves him. Yeah, so that is Flam. Flammy boy. Flammy boy. I'll just let you watch him for a minute because he's amazing. So yeah, Fame's going to go back here now so we can carry on. Next up is this Celestite egg. It joined me, I think it was in September, October. I adore this piece. I have looked for a Celestite egg for a long time because they have such calming energy, and I just not found the right one, and I found this one and it came from Aura Blends, and I am so thankful that it joined me. If you've got a very full, busy head and you just need to relax, this really helps to calm your thoughts. It's very good for dream work, and if you're a creative person, they're amazing for that. But just being around this crystal really calms you, or it does work for me anyway. They really calm me. But be warned, if you are somebody who wants to get into working with Celestite and purchasing a piece, they're not cheap because they are very hard to come by. This piece is this size, it is. And I think that one of the main things is, other than finding it, is the fact that they are so very, very fragile. Think of something fragile, times it by 1,000,000, and that is Celestite. I actually had a small piece, it wasn't an egg, because I was so desperate to work with some, and I managed to break it within having it for a few days, and I've never broken a crystal before so far. So yeah, they are very fragile. This one lives in my bedroom along with some other very calm, soft, vibrating energy pieces that I work with when I can't sleep. This piece, the reason I went from Yule to Yule rather than from January to December. And this is something that no one else will have. And I think it's my most favourite thing probably that I own. It means so much to me. And this, if you can't see it, is my sorting hat candle snuffer. This was made by my partner. My partner works with metal. He's a welder, body welder. He also makes artwork designs and things with them. He makes lots of different things, and he made this for me for Yule last year. He was going to miss the date, so he ended up just putting it in primer, which is why it's got a couple of little chips, and we just haven't got around to spraying it up properly, which it will be. But I love this, and no amount of money would ever get me to part with it. I just love it. It's personal. It's something that he made for me, and he spent hours working on the design so that it not only looks like the sorting hat, but also so it actually works as a candle snuffer. I love it. I can't say enough good things about it. It's probably the nicest thing someone has ever made for me or done for me. He is just stunning. And yeah, he is my sorting hat candle snuffer. And he is my number one. I hope you enjoyed that, and now we are on to the Advent. Let's see what we've got today. Oh, there's 11, that was lucky. Number 11. Okay, hang on, let me bring the light. Can you see the 11? You can. And this is a melt, I can feel it is. Let's see what we have. So it's a blue one today. And it is Blueberry Rush. Oh, I've never tried this, and I've always liked the sound of it because I like blueberries. So that is going to go in my warmer, and there'll be a time lapse now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 12 and hopefully Christmas decoration day. Brightest blessings to you all. Goodbye.